We'll pause the music. See, I would love this if it was Sonic.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. What? You wish there was some way to click and download that? Without a 3D printer? Without money? Without shipping times? Without throwing up? That seems fair. And you want to boost your self-confidence? Sometimes piracy does just that for me. Now, I don't want to go straight to prison.
We'll whip up our own for an example for this video. Generally, he's kind of essentially just a tall cylinder. Okay, this part of the process might take a while. Oh, this is really okay, he looks a little uptight. There you go. Sound like an anime character. Give him some facial detail. Ew. It's so weird.
Maybe just consider pirating.
Legally. Okay, here's what we gotta go with. It's not the best, but it's the first, like, Sonic anime figure I've ever made. Oh, it looks a little bit like classic Sonic.
You wanna insult me?
So what I've gone and done is destroy the resale value of my little turntable by covering it in tons of tape to measure out various degrees of circulation. We can take our 3D model and wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Oh, it's over here. There it is. And we've got the figure projected onto this perfect little cube of bake clay. A caveman's 3D printer. A method that I have derived. Someone probably other than me did derive it, but since I didn't look it up, I don't know. So in my universe, I am the Charles Darwin of this scenario. So essentially what we would do, turn it, let's say, turn our 3D model 45 degrees. Pretend all that HUD isn't on screen. If you don't have a projector, stinky! No, you can use the grid copying method, which is probably going to be more accurate and more detailed anyway. This is the worst method, to be honest, but I have to think less. Start off by chopping off some big sections. Just like with any of the projects that happen on this channel, this will still involve a certain amount of freehand creativity to make up for the shortcomings of the process. Isn't that the purpose of man, though? Or girl? Already getting rid of this much does make me feel pretty happy. Do something that I've never done before on this channel. Go to the other side of the desk. Take off chunks at a time. Chop, chop, chop. These are the sound effects. Chop. This is exactly like Minecraft, but like backwards. This is what evil Minecraft would be. I have a little bit of anxiety, because if I make a Sonic figure and it doesn't end up looking very good, I don't know, what am I at that point? Stinky boy, old man. We are chopping away at this gunk. This is the gunk. This is all part of Sonic, making it not gunk inherently. This, gunk, not a part of Sonic. I wish I was trying to sound like Emperor Palpatine. You hit a point where you just sound like that doing things. Before I do something crazy like this and everyone would say like, wow, look at this young, creative innovator. Now they just say, look at this old, crazy kook. Dig into the comments, you'll see that thing being said. Maybe they'll start putting me on in the senior citizen home during arts and crafts time, and they can be like, yo guys, see, you can even do stuff. It's not all bingo and war stories, you can make a Sonic figure too. Okay, that actually lines up pretty decently. Come on, okay. I gotta nail this. I gotta stop this right on that 70 boink. Okay, well, stop right there. Bam, boom. Get our try-hard hats on here. Try hard to hide that hairline. That was satisfying. Imagine I just cut Sonic's face off. Like, extra satisfying to think about. Except it was, what's someone we don't like? Nasty Sonic. Whoa, you guys are sailing on the 7 seas here. Something like that. Something kind of like this. Can I quote his song because he died? Is that insensitive? I am sensitive, I swear. Pull this. This is, this wire method works a lot better once you get to this point. Probably just crook breaking in. He can steal anything in this house. He won't know how cool this is going to be. This is going to be my most valuable possession after this, but he won't know yet because it's still in ugly form. I'm drinking Mango Loco because I'm a little bit crazy. They call me the Silly Meister. Chop off a little the back of his head here for the quills. As they say in the Bible, you can taketh clay away. You can also giveth clay. 45 degrees this way and spin this for 45 degrees this way. And then we'll be able to take off a little more off the side here round out a few edges. You can kind of see how this method's going.
Polymer clay and glass sustain clay. Polymer clay and glass sustain clay. Clay. Both of these clays are really art. Yay.
So you notice this chair and this desk and these Velcro straps that I put around my fingers so that the wire doesn't cut through them? Would you believe that all three of them are FlexiSpot products? The straps are usually for cables. How flexy is your spot? Disavow that. FlexiSpot has sponsored today's video once again because they love me, and so I could show off the C7 Morpher ergonomic office chair. Why am I sitting on the floor? Because I don't have a cruddy chair to compare it to, because the last three chairs of mine are FlexiSpot chairs, such as the C7 and the C5. Great seats, very good for budgets. But the C7 Morpher, now I will compare to the floor. Oh, this is preferable. It's actually preferable to every other chair that I think I've ever used, with an endless combo of customizable adjustable features, everything from back tilt, bigger back tilt, inflatable lumbar cushions, 5D armrests, supportive comfy mesh, headrest on an angleable arm, sliding seat, leg rest, and much more. The most features of any chair that I have personally ever used. I will be editing for hours in this, gaming for hours in this, eating for a normal amount of time to eat. The build quality is awesome, with really nice materials and actual metal. Even a beautiful assembly process that made me feel all fancy with the white gloves it comes with. FlexiSpot is like a Santa to me. They've supported me throughout the years, and they've always sent great products. I always love what they have to offer, and the C7 Morpher is no exception. You can use my link in the description, my custom code, to get the best price. So a big thanks to them for keeping this channel alive and showing our bodies some love. In a nice chair kind of way. Oh, this is kind of a cool effect. So now we have the projected figure. About as much as we're gonna get from this scientific method, at least. Sonic, look the other way. Look the other way, Sonic. There you go. Very important step coming up here, actually. I forgot this most important step. Ooh, it's sweaty under these. You do have to play some Switch Sports Golf. Now, I know this might not make sense. Hear me out, legitimately. We're entering the creative process of this project. This requires sound mind, calm, focus. It may seem like I just want to show off a fixation of mine and project it to the internet, and that is the case. It's just coincidence this happens to also be very important. You play Switch Sports Basketball. This is Punch Myself Patter on my teammate. Hang on, Master Poppy. Ooh. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Oh, you stupid! You can be way better at the game if you mimic the exact motions of your character. Come on, Master! I mean, Poppy. Come on, Poppy. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say either of them. I feel objectified. Come on, man. Huh? Ow! Frick. I mean, in fairness, heart emoji. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Pass it. There you go. All right. I don't know why you'd ever wear that hat to basketball watches. Psyched him out. He thought I wasn't gonna take it. Bam! Ooh, I heard my knee snap. It's a good feeling, though. It's a good feeling. Oh, come on! My fingertips are longer than real life. You have to admit, it's got to be, like, slightly better. Andros emoji. It's kind of fine down by 1 point. Watch this, watch this. Watch this defensive play of the century. See what I tell you? All me. This is making me feel a lot like I'm gonna make a really good Sonic figure. About 4 minutes here at the end of this game. Let's just run it in close. Oh, see? See, he's like, no! I could just hear his little baby voice. No, don't you! It's another thing. You learn patience. You learn life skills. Gluttony. Things that will come in handy making a figure. Son of a gun. Well, he didn't react to it, I'll tell you that. Oh, good job. You progressed nothing. Poppy's the GOAT of defense, by the way. And I'm the GOAT of offense. I'm telling you! Psyched him out. 14 seconds, that's not good, so we need to stop them 100% from scoring here. That was a steal. Beautiful block. We have 6 seconds to get 2 points. Get it to me. You are so, like, nice. 0.5 seconds. Poppy, this is you. You have to take the shot immediately. He's gonna block. I'm sorry. Oh, my rank! And hopefully you return to your work feeling a little bit refreshed, of sound body and mind. My arbitrary number that determines my worth went down. Nonetheless, we have a figure to carve. For this part of the project, you can just consult the figure to see any details that you need, because you have a digital friend. This is like making a low poly model. And then eventually it's gonna be a high poly model. And you can even use your hands a little bit, if you have them. If you don't, I'm so terribly sorry I mentioned that. Teaches a lot of skills that a surgeon might know. Not to say I could be a surgeon, but I think a surgeon could make a mean Sonic figure. I would not bend your neck like this in real life. I think his face... Don't shake your head before you know what I'm saying. His face does have to be a little indented. Slicing and dicing. Vacuum lover's ears perked up at that one. What was it that Leonardo DiCaprio said? The sculpture is already in the quartz. You just reveal it. A true genius of our time. It was really sad to hear when he died in the Titanic. Cut some heel slots. This is very satisfying. Condolences to those whose satisfaction part of their brain has been broken. This is satisfying. This is like his rump. Please don't be demonetized for saying that. Oh my goodness. People are gonna call me out, and they're gonna call me a plant, and a sellout, and a shill, and I'm sorry, and that's fair, and that's valid. But I happen to have a set of tools for working with clay. I know he was supposed to be the chosen one, the one who does something with nothing. Sometimes I happen to have tools, and why can't I use them? It's just a lot easier to work with clay when you have tools for working with clay. I'll say it. I'm sorry to get political, I know. I don't normally do that. Get a little more roundness to his arms. Use the correct side of the knife. I think that's that Trauma Center game for the Wii. Trauma Center, the correct side of the knife. This is the make his stance more casual tool. It does just that. I think it'd be fair to say a lot of any creative process, really, like, no matter how much it can hold your hand, does come down to just creative ability and trial and error, which that's all creative ability is. It's just trial and error. I think that's okay. I used to draw a lot more, and what I would do, because I wasn't like especially good at it naturally, come on up, there you go. But what I would end up doing is I'd just draw a line, and if I didn't do it right, then I'd just erase it, and then I'd draw it again, and then I'd erase it, and then I'd draw it again, and then I'd erase it. And I didn't even know the keybind for Control-Z at the time. Sometimes I want to play Overwatch. So because I can't dedicate my life to quartz chiseling, I will do clay, where I can put a piece back if I take it off and that's wrong. And also just be nice and good to yourself. Nothing wrong with a little of that. It's very wobbly. But would you say that to your grandma? Would you go up to your grandma and be like, bro, you're wobbly? Probably wouldn't say that. If you wouldn't say it to your grandma, don't say it to me. Or Sonic figure. Okay, this wobbliness is driving me insane. We're building a trebuchet. This is not going to be a trebuchet. We're building a hut. I don't know. My background in high industry carpentry is now coming in handy. Locked in like this, something like that. Just keep scraping, carving. Oh, one might even say sculpting.
Sculpting, sculpting, sculpting.
Every movement of the hoo-ha. Let's not call this a hoo-ha. Just result ever so slightly with each movement into something that brings us joy and makes us happy. If you like Sonic. My phone battery is low. I have it on camera. I literally have proof. I am not lying to be lazy. This is my excuse to do the rest off camera. Every YouTuber that does time-lapse segments nowadays, they try to do some artsy, like smooth cuts, pretty footage, put some jazz music playing in the background. I value creativity over prettiness, so I'm gonna be a little more original. Then I carved the rest of him. Then I smoothed him. Then I put him in the oven. Then he died. Then he was baked in 2 halves. Then I fixed him. Then I used a heat gun so he wouldn't die again. Then I painted him pretty crudely. Friend. I think he's pretty cool. And I think I should be treated like a toddler. Where it's like more important that you ask me like what I think of it, as opposed to hearing what other people think of it. Because that makes me happy. Not because it develops my critical thinking. Because it makes me happy. My paint job is pretty crude. And it doesn't look exactly like the 3D model. But all that aside, the main focal point of this video was to show off an interesting way to sort of copy a 3D model to real life. And to be honest, it worked decently. Could you achieve this just by freehanding it and looking at the source material and just kind of doing everything by hand? Yeah. For anyone who has troubles with that, this method might actually really come in handy. I give this method a Peter. And now I'm gonna go play more Switch Sports Golf. And not show you. Actually, I play it pretty frequently on the Patreon and the YouTube members. I'll just like play a few games and upload it. And talk about throwing up or that's kind of been it lately. And I'll leave you with the saying that my senpai told me when I first met him in Japan high school. He who washes feet no stank. If I were in a different mood, I'd maybe sit here and like think of something actually like a little more clever. I can't be bothered. I've got a little friend to look at. Thanks for watching. If you watched, thank you. If you didn't watch, thanks for listening. If you didn't listen, hope you at least smelt it. Don't forget to remember. And for future me editing this, the background song I'm humming I think is like the online waiting for Mario Kart Wii. This is probably the thought in my head right now as I'm humming it is probably a lot clearer than than what it'll be like a day from now when I edit this. So that's what stupid crap Peter's doing right now. Anyway, sayonara.